Hey guys, what's up? So today in this lockdown, coronavirus lockdown, I'm going to teach you or I'm going to discuss you about the art of looking. Okay, you might be wondering that what this guy is saying. What is art of looking? Is there any art involved in looking? Is there any science involved in looking? So what is this all about? Let's find it out. If you have some queries, you can later ask. So before um, understanding about art of looking, we must first understand what is an art. Okay, so here it is the literal definition of art. Art is a diverse range of human activities, and it also expresses the author's imaginative conceptual ideas. Okay, so art is something it's a human activity for sure. It is. Animals may be artistic, but they don't do art deliberately, and it's a human sphere of activities, purely human activities that human shape up their ideas, their imagination into some activity which creates a visual or auditory effects on the listener or viewer. So, and what it does, it invokes some beauty or emotional power from us. When you look at a very artistic painting, you know, you just admire its beauty. So if the painting, if a movie, you go to watch a movie, and in that movie, if something emotional scene comes, and if that actor has performed it very well, then obviously you're gonna cry and you're gonna feel bad about that. So that is an art. It is invoking an emotional power in you. It's invoking an beauty in you. It's a skill. It's a concept, and it's a visual, auditory, or anything performance like that. So what is an art? It's clear, I think. So what is looking? Or you know, our initial statement was art of looking. So here we know what is an art. We'll understand what is looking. Looking, you do it daily. Without looking, obviously, we cannot survive in this world. So to turn one's eyes towards something or in some direction in order to see, that is the literal definition of looking. To turning one's eye towards something. You want to see a car, you have to turn your eyes toward that thing. You want to talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend, yeah, you have to turn your eyes towards that person or fellow. Obviously, the person or fellow must be within your visual limits, a visual range. So this statement you can see, he looked toward the western horizon and saw the returning planes. Okay, so that's simple as that. Looking you do daily, and nobody has taught you how to look. You know what is looking, but nobody so far in this world. If you are unless you are not very unlucky, nobody has taught you about the art of looking. Right from the childhood we have been seeing things, but we haven't been told and how to see the things, how to look at the things, and that makes all the difference. That makes all the difference this world has. You just don't know how to look. We just don't know how to look, and that is the primary step of our worldly existence. You look, and then you react, and then respond. So you know how important is looking here. You firstly look at the world, then you decide things. You do not decide things before looking at something. And if you are doing that thing, then that's your personal choice. But see the importance and significance of looking here. It's just as simple as that. So then what is the art of looking? You know, obviously question will come to your mind, how can we turn this process of looking into something in art, like in painting or like a movie or something like. So I will just say it's literal meaning can be to turn one's eye towards something or in some direction in order to see beautifully, seeing beautifully. What is saying beautifully? Something like that. What is saying beautifully? You can look beautiful, but you cannot see beautifully. You can be beautiful, but you cannot be taught how to look beautifully. You know, you can see the difference. Let's see the difference. How do you see beautifully? Here is a girl. Obviously, I'm a boy, so I will definitely am a straightforward guy. So I will be putting something like a pretty lady picture here. So obviously you are seeing that girl, some sort of beauty emotions are coming in your mind, and you say yes, it's a beautiful girl, and you are looking at it very of course gracefully or whatever you can say with love. You might be seeing at the picture with love also. So this girl is looking beautifully, but are you seeing at this girl beautifully? That's my question. I mean, your eyes, what are they doing? And the thoughts behind, what are they doing? And if you are not seeing this girl beautifully, then you are able to only partially visualize or grasp the total beauty of this picture and this life. My next question is, can you look at it with beauty? This picture, obviously, this picture is belong to a diseased leg, something very ugly. You can say it's very ugly. You can say it, but can you look at it the picture with beauty? No. Many of us can say yes. No, we can't look that lightly. It's very ugly. It's very horrible. Something like that. Obviously, if your answer is no, then you need the inner eyes. I'll not be dwelling further into the inner eyes, but I am just introducing you to the inner eyes. There is something called inner eyes. Later we will know about it, but here I just telling you one line that you need the inner eyes. So how do we get the inner eyes? We haven't seen the inner eyes. So what is the problem in that? You have got the outer eyes. You see you with your outer eyes. So this outer eyes is the window toward the inner eyes. You can see that this guy is looking at something, a very point, very far away place, and he might be experiencing something, and he might be having some emotions attached with whatever he is looking at. In nutshell, he is also experiencing his inner eyes, but he may not be conscious about it. So we'll start our journey from the outer eyes. Okay, our starting point is outer eyes. To reach the inner, start from the outer, and to close this video, to end this video, for concluding this video, I'll end it with Srimad Bhagavad Gita's, the Hindu ritual book. Very pious book it is. A verse is written there, and that verse is basically the all sums up all looking, the process of looking. As it says that Sparshana Kritva Bahirbhayansh Chakshu Chaivantare Bhruvu Pranapananu Samao Kritva Nasabhyat Tara Charinao. It is a verse written in Sanskrit, and it is supposed to be told by Lord Shri Krishna to Arjun in a battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjun asked some question, and Lord Shri Krishna was responding to that. So, the literal meaning of this verse is keeping external sense objects outside and eyes in the center of the eyebrows, and also equalizing the incoming and outgoing flow of breath inside the nostrils. So, I'm not going to tell further about this verse. We'll be discussing it in very detail. Today's video's purpose was to give you a glimpse of the art of looking, to give you a glimpse about a world which can be uncovered by us just by the sheer use of our inner eyes. We do not know where our inner eyes are. We do not know how to use our inner eyes. We do not even know how to use our outer eyes also. Leave the inner, you don't even know the outer eyes. So in this series, we'll learn about it. We will experiment, and maybe we'll learn something new, art of looking. So looking forward for your support and your likes and encouragements so that I can make a next video for your enlightenment or my enlightenment, whatever, for our next discussion. Okay, thank you.